Hello, good night, everyone. So this discussion talking about customers. So let's start it for this meeting. First, we're talking about customer and the quality, which is the myths. The second point, talking about the internal and external customers. The third, talking about requirements and gathering value analysis. So the introduction. So we pretty often hear that customer satisfaction is very prevalent in most all of the organization, which is a clear good thing. But there is a significant evidence that the practice in customer focus lags behind the rhetoric because they have inhibit things to practice or get the value of the customer satisfaction itself. So let's talking about the first point. So we're talking about the myths. The first myth is talking about we know what customer want better than they do. It's easy to see how its logic leads to us to take and rather us it's mean like for the company rather than patronizing attitude to customer who either don't really know what they want or don't understand the complexity of the product and it's pretty often to ended up that we assume that they may be using the product in a wrong way or misunderstood to using that product, which is it's really ended up with a bad point for it because maybe the customer didn't know the how to process the product, but they know the exactly thing the what kind of product that they want. For example, like in skincare, some people tend to choose which type of sunscreen, the SPF, because they're outgoing persons, so they need the SPF really has to be really higher. Or for some people that using a camera for taking picture in a professional way, they know the amount of specification that the the camera have to fulfill in a professional way itself. So when we produce the product, it's from our internal factor is called product out. So it's concept from Sheba, Graham, and Walden in 1993. So they focus on working out the specification, instruction, and product is pushed. So it's from the internal company to the customer. So the problem of this type of product is this focusing in a slow response to the changing market and customer requirements because they just assume this type of customer need these things or this kind of specification. But rather than using that, we it's better for us as a company to using the market in. So the market in is we try to seek the customer requirements, what kind of product that they want, design the product for or the process, which is they like to minimalist things like all in one, or for example, a product that is really fulfill all of their needs. For example, they have the sunscreen, they have the powder, they are the retinol kind of things like that. And then deliver the product to seek customer feedback because after you produce the product you have to know is the customer fulfilled satisfied uh, of the product that you already made for them or not, and then adjust the product or process the design. Let's talk about the second myth. We're talking about responding complaints improves satisfaction. So it's pretty often to have two assumptions. First, customer always complain because indeed it's always have a human errors there, and something's always problem. It's always gonna happen even though you try to make it perfect. You cannot. Indeed, in the end of the process, you will have something problem itself. And then the second point is lack of dissatisfaction of the same as satisfaction. So this both of assumption is mean that customers always complain and we have to fulfill the or to the complaint to be make the customer feel satisfied. Even though if we as a company fulfill that problem, it doesn't mean they're satisfied. Oh, because of the fulfill a product which satisfied. Now they just come back to the neutral place. The value of the customer it just come to the neutral place. And then the third and fourth means talking about customer satisfaction and customer loyalty. So it's mean result minus expectation is equal value. And then the sixth, I don't know where is the fourth, the fifth, the fifth myth is a customer satisfaction has a linear relationship with the performance. So here will be a roughly linear relationship between performance against the specified criteria and customer satisfaction in the area. However, this does not cover all eventualities. Basic quality is related to the item that customer will not specify performance levels for, since he assumes this level will be met as a matter of course. But for me, so basic quality is like something that's supposed to be fulfilled. For example, like uh, in a handphone, if the cell phone is cannot using for the communication, what is the point of this for the handphone itself? And then this is the pretty have linear relationship, which is the excitement quality, and the spoken performance, which is the quality of the product, the aesthetic of the product itself. So excitement quality refers to customer something he didn't know he wanted. So witness the leapfrogging of each generation of smartphone, for example, function. And just the main function of the smartphone is like for communication, but right now the smartphone is also as a lot of function that we can use. And we jump to the second point, talking about internal and external customers. So quality thinking encourages us to think about whoever receives our work as a customer, internal or external. So it's mean that from the from this line until these stages, it has to be make them feel, encourage them work feel fine, because if not in if they will have result to the final customer itself, and it the effect of it, it's not it's really it is will affect to the final customer itself. So as a as a company we have to carefully doing that, because when the supplier make it push the quantity of the product and they not consider about the quality of the product itself, it's make the final customer is feel disappointed about it, because they have a lot of kind of expectation of what kind of product they hope it could meet their expectation. And the third point, we're talking about requirements gathering and value analysis. So first, customer value. Customer value is a complex measure which is saved by a number of factors. There's a lot of factors. The freedom from false. The second point, degree of to which requirements or expectation are made. Uh, and then which is it's mean that they expect something, but the actual things, the actual product is more than what they expect. It means they are satisfied. Emotional engagement with the product or the service itself, the quality of contact with the supplier, as what I said in, and then the cost of the product or service, for example, they have to consider about the tax, about the park, for example, like the cost about when rather than using or purchase in online, should we purchase in offline store or online store? And then requirements gathering. So this is the count of for the half-hearted way in which many organizations approach to the task. If often, this is often actually be outsourced to market research company, for example, listening to your customer probably. So for example, when you make you will produce a car, which is you have to find out what kind of specification with this type of customer need. For example, you come to the driver, to the taxi driver, what kind of escape that they not use or they not have in recent cars that they have. And then the C point, we're talking about translating the requirements into design features. After you get the data, you have to produce it, is what I said in the second. This one? No. This one. You create the feature, you design it, but it will, but this does so it does not stop when you have accurately captured all the data. It's complicated matter to ensure that the final design of the product service effectively addresses the reveal customer value. So it is fraught with difficulty as there is a rarely a very strong check on the accuracy when you transform the requirements to the final design of the product. So this led to many product failings. So from the data in 1989, the 30% of new product that when they launch to the public is fail. So the 30% is fail. So they have to control, measure the ability of the product itself, and then they using quality function development or QFD is a rigorous and highly necessary technology which allows the whole of the NPD, which means the new product development process, to be driven by the customer requirements. So they have the graphics to measure the ability of new product can survive to the market or not. So yeah, that's all for me. I hope you get something from these meetings today, and thank you. Have a great day.